Alright, so I'm going to go over how to use the planner in itslearning. But before we use the planner, there's a couple of settings that we have to change, and there's a couple of things we have to add to our itslearning page. So if you go to your conduct course, or whichever course it is you want to use the planner in, the first thing we have to do is we have to add our standards to the course. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Settings, and then inside of Settings we're going to go to Learning Objectives. And if you look, I have no standards currently connected to this course, so we have to add them. And we're not going to create any new ones, we're just going to find standards that are already in existence. So we'll click Find, and it defaults to Forsyth County Schools. We don't want Forsyth County Schools, we want the national standards, so just click National. We're going to find Georgia, and then you'll pick either performance standards, common core standards, or both, depending on what you want to look at. So I'm going to go with common core standards and mathematics. Let's do a grade 4. So I'm just going to select grade 4 mathematics, common core standards. Once I've selected them here, I'll scroll back up, select insert, and now I know the selection has been added. So I can close this window. And now my learning objectives is not empty, it lists the standards that I have connected to this class. And we have to do this because our planner aligns our lessons to the standards. And so the course has to have standards to align it to. Now that we've added standards, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change a couple of settings inside of my planner. So if you just click Planner on the left side, we've added our standards, we're going to go to the planner now. Click Planner, and now there's going to be some things that we need to change. The very first thing is at the top it says we're working on a new design for the planner to make it work well on all devices. itslearning is updating their planner. Eventually, this planner here that we see will go away. And because of that, just to make it easier on you guys when the transition comes, it's probably best to go ahead and use the new planner. So I'm going to click Take a Look at the new design now. And it changes the screen just a little bit. And we're going to use this planner. Before we add any new topics or any new lessons, there's some more settings that we need to change. So we're going to go to our cogwheel up here, go to Planner Settings, and now we're going to change some things. The first checkbox is already done. It says we're going to use the new design, but now by default when we open up our planner we'll have the new design used. The second thing we need to change is under here where it says Topic Columns. We have a checkbox to create a folder for each new topic. Most teachers uncheck this. And what it does, when it's when it's checked, every time you create a new lesson, it creates a new folder in your tree over here. You might find that that's something you want to do, but most teachers don't. And if you decide you do want to do that, you can just go back into your planner settings and check this box, create a folder for each new topic. But I'm going to go ahead and uncheck it because I don't like it. We'll come back to this selection at the end. But now we can just go ahead and click Save. So we're using the new design and we're not creating a folder for each new topic, and we know we're not because this box is not checked. And now we'll go ahead and click Save. Now that we've done all of that, we can go ahead and start with our planner. The way the planner works is you create topics. Inside of each topic, you add your lessons. And you can think of topics like a unit. So if we just, for example, use the topic of rounding. Let's say we're doing a unit on rounding right now. I'm just going to click Add Topic. The title of this topic is going to be rounding. We'll save. And now we look, I have this topic in orange, and now I can add plans to it. Okay. So I'm just going to click Add Plans. And now we have this new box open up. This box with several options. We have lesson, the date, the class hours, the outline, the learning objectives, resources, and activities. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this out. We're going to use saves. Our learning objectives, this is where we align the lesson to the standard. The learning objectives is important. Sometimes it can seem kind of tedious, but it is important because itslearning can actually pull from a library, and I'll show you in just a second, of pre-made assignments aligned to standards. So whatever standard we put here, we can actually pull from itslearning's library to find activities related to that standard. So we'll just, learning objectives, let's go ahead and add one here. We are grade 4 math, and here we go. And for MBT3, use place value understanding to round multi-digit whole numbers to any place. So we're using this standard. I'll select it, insert it, the selection has been added. I can go ahead and close out here, and we see the standard that I'm using with this lesson. Resources and activities are the last two boxes, and some teachers choose to leave these blank. In other words, teachers just complete this information because that's enough, and that's what they want parents to see, that's what they want students to see. Resources and activities, they leave blank. And all that resource and activities are is it's where you align this lesson with things that are created either on your It's Learning page already or are contained in the It's Learning library. And I can check what the lesson plan looks like by going to my course dashboard. And on my course dashboard, I want to see what it looks like for a student. So after I click course dashboard, if I go to the cogwheel here and I select student, now I'm actually viewing my course is what a student would see. This is how a student views it. And again, I just went to the cogwheel, I selected student, view as student, and now I'm seeing what they see. And everything I click on will be from the student's view. So we can look at the planner. So if a student selects planner, this is what they see. They see the lesson, the date, the hours, the outline, the objectives, and the resources. And if they want the resources, again, they can just click it, and it'll open right up for them. It'll open whatever website it is that you've given them. So here we go. I'm going to change some things from that planner. So I'm going to select teacher, so I can go back to viewing as a teacher. I'm going to go back to my planner, and let's say this class hours. So like I said, not many teachers use it, and maybe you don't want to use it. So I just want this to go away. I don't want students or even me to see this. So if we go to our planner settings, so I'm going to say that it's visible for nobody, and I don't want it to show on my course page. I'm going to save it. And now if we go back, it's gone. There's no class hours listed here. So if you're a teacher, and maybe you don't want to use activities or resources, you just want the lesson, the date, the outline, and the objectives, then you can do that. And so we just go back to our planner settings, and we can disable the resources. If we wanted to, we could just enable it for the teacher. So maybe we have an assignment up that we don't want anybody to see but the teacher. So you could select teacher. But I'll just select nobody, we'll save it, we'll go back, and here's my planner.